All right. There we go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, John. I saw John this morning. He was presenting to assisted living memory care facility out in New Mexico this morning. So that was really nice to see. So this session is our Pain-Free Movement Monday. This is a free session we run every single Monday. We love when you join us in studio, like Carol and Susan. I think this is your first time joining us here on the Zoom call, so super grateful to have you here. So you can join us here, and then we're streaming to YouTube, and I see there's already 20 some odd people who've joined us over there. So the way this works, John's going to walk us through three 7-minute movement snacks. And then at the end, we have time for a couple of questions. And I'll just remind the group, these are not customer support questions for 7 movements. These are movement questions based on anything that you learned today. You can ask John to clarify or talk about a pain point that you're having or whatever it might be. And if you have a question about the platform or any challenges that you're having, you can send an email to me, separate from this call. So Johnny, I'll let you take it away there, buddy.
Thanks, bud. So, folks, today we're going to do a little bit of work on different regions of the body. The first segment, we're going to do a whole bunch of mobility for different regions of the body. Then we're going to integrate it with some movement. And then finally, we'll do a little bit of recovery. So first thing we're going to start with, I like to start at the top down, work towards the bottom. We're going to start with the back of the skull. So we're going to do a little rub and scrub to the back of the neck. Now, the reason why we do this is if I can create a little bit of friction on the back of the head, all these muscles that run from the bottom of your foot, that connective tissue that goes from the bottom of the foot goes all the way up the back side of the body, all the way and attaches to this point, and then finishes over the head and finishes at your eyebrows. So when we're talking about the connective tissue in the posterior part of the body, we need to address driving some fluid to these regions and these specific anchor points. So we're going to go over some of these anchor points today. So that's the back side of the head. Now you're going to take your fingers like this and you're going to go across the eyebrow. This is the other anchor point that becomes your scalp fascia and ends right here. So the superficial back line connective tissue actually attaches to the front of the forehead. Even though it's in the back, it finishes right here. So when we dissect humans, this is what we find. It's all these connective tissues attached to these areas here. Okay, so now let's go to the lower back. You're going to take your knuckles, we're going to right up and down your lower back. Another strategic anchor point for the superficial back line is the posterior superior iliac spine. These two little bumps right there. We're going to get right on those two bumps. Using your knuckles to create some friction there. Okay, and then the next spot we're going to go to is the Achilles tendon. So I'm going to just prop it like that so you can see my foot. I'm going to elevate my foot so it's easier to get at. And take my knuckles. I'm going to rake it up and down the Achilles tendon. Okay. Up and down, get right into the heel bone. Okay, go to the other side. Okay, and then let's try doing a little bit of mobilizing for that superficial back line. So I'm going to move that out of the way. You're going to stagger one foot further forward than the other. This is going to stretch and lengthen and mobilize the tissues on the fronts or on the back side of the front leg. You're just going to bend over, reach towards your ankle, self-select how far you want to go. Just get a nice rhythmical stretch here. So the rub and scrub will hydrate around those anchor points. And then when we move through it, switch legs, when you move into that space, those tissues should glide a little bit easier. And one more. Very good. Okay, let's go wide stance. We're gonna do the same motion. Now we're taking our hands down in between your feet and then back up. So you're gonna feel this a little bit more to the inside of that hamstring. A little bit more to the outside of the hips. So you reach through. And one more time. Okay, we're gonna stagger your stance again. It's gonna take your opposite hand. So if your front leg forward, you're gonna take the opposite hand and you reach it down and to the outside of your calf. Then back up. Down to the outside of the calf. Back. And now you'll start to feel some of the muscles stretching maybe in the opposite side. So the same side that's forward, you're gonna feel that stretch, the muscles of the gluteus maximus here. Okay, then we go to the other side. Opposite hand, opposite calf, let those shoulders turn. Try to stay long through the spine, wide through the shoulders. Get a little bit of a stretch into that glute. Okay, we're gonna wide alternating stance, but we're gonna go wider now. We got one foot further forward than the other and wider. And from here, I'm just gonna rotate away, back and forth in that stance. It's getting into the hip a little bit. Into the spine. Some rotation. Okay, other side. Okay, open the stance up. So we're gonna go, heels are kind of a little closer together, toes pointed out. We're just going to bend down towards the ground as though you're lifting up a heavy plant. Reach your arms way overhead and back down again. Reaching your arms way overhead. Tilt this up, keep going. One more time. Okay. We're going to do what we call a Hindu squat today. So a Hindu squat is an ancient exercise that involves us using your arms, come behind you as you go down, and then just sweep them back up as you come up. So you can feel free to be up on your toes as we do this, as you get to the bottom. And then you're going to stand up nice and tall. So you get to self-select how far you want to travel. But you're just going to go down. Hands are going to come behind your back. Then you're going to come back up. So you're going to go down, hands come behind your back, and then come back up. If you want to go a little bit lower, you just lift your heels off the ground and then back up. So breathe out forcefully as you come up. Very good. Do a different variation of squat now. You put one foot further forward than the other. This back heel is going to be off the ground, and you're just going to lower yourself vertically, then stand up. Self-select how far you want to travel. Up and down. Try to distribute your weight evenly between both legs. Up and down. It's called a split squat. Two more. Last one. Okay, and you're going to put the other foot forward. See if we can get 7 reps here. Down and up. Down and up. If you need help with your chair or the table, just let yourself help yourself. Very good. Okay, going to a really wide stance now. And if you can guess, we're going to do a sumo squat. So same idea. We're just going to lower yourself down, but with a wide stance. Two more. Very good. Okay. Today we're going to play with what we call get-ups. So, you need to have the ability to get down onto the ground, and then the goal is just stand up. So, let's start you in a seated position on the ground. If you can't get to the ground, then we'll just do get-ups out of your chair. So let me show you that one first. Get up out of your chair is pretty simple. It's just get up out of your chair and then sit back down. If you are able to get to the ground, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start seated on the ground in what we call crisscross applesauce, right? So from here, I really don't care how you get up. I'll show you one way to get up. You can mirror me if you like, or you can get up any way that you wish. If my front shin is crossed over top of my other shin, I'm going to rotate to the side that gives me a little bit more space. I can show you my butt. And I'm going to stand up. I'm going to come back down just like I press rewind on the VCR to end up in the exact same pattern that I started in. Okay, so here's the rule. Get up any way you want, but when you get to the top of your standing, you have to press rewind and see if you can do it the exact same way you got up. You have to do it on the way down. Okay, so away we go. And up. And then back down. Okay, and then I'm going to switch the other side. So I'll put the other one in front and then spin to the other side. And back down. I'll do one more. And back down. Okay, let's be inventive. Let's come up with another way of doing it. This time I'm going to sit with my legs out in front of me. So with my legs out in front of me, then I'm going to find a new way. So I'm going to maybe take this one over top, plant both hands, walk my hands back, stand up, walk my hands forward, sit, and then bring my legs across. And then I'll try the other side now. So I'm going to go across, walk my hands back, stand up, hands go down, walk your way back to where I started, and away you go. Try that again. Leg crosses over, walk my hands up, walk my hands down, sit them. Other side, hands up, hands down, And away we go. There we go. We do some ground standing drills too. So let's do a little bit of recovery. While we're in this position, this is a great opportunity for us to stretch our hamstrings. So what we're going to do is you're going to keep your feet or your thighs touching. Try to lift your toes back towards your nose. And then the first drill is just try to get as tall as you can in your spine. So you'll probably feel a bit of a stretch at the back of your hamstring. Let's get wide through the shoulders. We're just going to hold that position. Take some deep breaths in through the nose. Nice and slow out through the mouth. Not like it could get any hotter in here, and now it's starting to rain, so now it's just going to be super humid. Okay, now that we've done that one, bring one knee in, or one foot in rather. We're going to sit up a little bit taller, and now we're going to be able to focus on one hamstring over the other. So call this just a modified hamstring stretch. We're going to pull your toes up towards your nose. And this time, stay nice and tall through the chest and just lean forward. Dig your heel into the ground. You should feel, if you have a slight bend in the knee, you'll feel a little stretch in the belly of the hamstring. We're going to hold that position. Take some deep breaths. Okay, switch sides. Toe pointed up towards the nose. A little soft bend in the knee. Tall through the chest. Dig that heel in. Lean forward just a little bit till you feel that hamstring stretch. Okay, transition to a butterfly stretch where both your feet are together. So this is a stretch for the adductors or the groin muscles. You can put your hands behind your back. Yeah. Nice and wide through the shoulders so you get present with nice posture. Just let those knees fall to the side. I like to do like a little bit of a bounce. Like I'm flapping the butterfly wings. And then hold for a stretch. Come out. Little flap of the butterfly wings. And then hold for a stretch. Okay, transitioning to a sideline position. So we're going to lay on your side. This is going to be a good one to stretch out the quads. We did lots of squats today. We're going to stretch out the top of this muscle. Just going to lay on your side. Reach your leg up behind you. Just grab onto that leg and just hold that there. If you need a deeper stretch, you just reach that knee behind you. Or your front leg forward. Your choice. Okay, and we roll to the other side. Got a monsoon happening here. The rain's coming in sideways. Okay, and then the last one we're going to finish with, we're going to go into a half kneeling stance. So if you have a pillow, you may put that underneath your knee. My favorite stretch in the whole wide world. We got one knee down and we're just going to lean forward to get a stretch into the top of the hip. And the trick is try to keep as long as you can with your abdomen. So think about lifting the abdomen up as you lean forward. You get a deeper stretch in the front of that hip. Slowly take it into a little bit of a rhythmical stretch here. Okay, other side. Lift the abdomen up, the ribs up. You tilt your pelvis down just a little bit. That'll get a little bit even more of a stretch. The same side arm comes up in the air. You get even more of a stretch. You take your chin up to the ceiling. You'll get even more of a stretch. Really unwinding that connective tissue. We call the superficial front line, the opposite of what we were working on at the start of the class. Okay, there you go. How are we feeling today?
Sweaty.
Sweaty, yeah. You're moving lots. Good. Here, I'll give you guys a show here. What I got going on outside.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Send it to Texas, please.
Right? You guys in a drought or what?
Well, not really. When we get it too much
Oh, I see.
once.
What's crazy is this will look like there's a river on our streets, and then it'll stop, and within minutes it's gone. So our ground here is basically built on coral. So like as soon as like the water will come up a whole foot, and then it just goes like that. It's so wild, yeah. Just drains into the lake behind us. It's weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, John. That was a
Yeah.
good one. All right. So we got 6 minutes here for questions. And as you know, we always go to the studio first. So if you're on the Zoom call, Carol, Susan, do you have any questions for John?
So John, you do this every Monday?
We do this little pain-free movement experience every Monday at the same time. Yeah.
Okay, so next time I'll be prepared with my pad and I'll figure out somewhere to put my laptop besides on the bar. But
Yeah, sure.
yeah, so
Yeah.
but I really enjoyed it. Thank you
Good,
very
good.
much.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, and just practice some of these little movements. The easiest ones to practice are really like those ground to standing patterns. Because I mean, you've got the ground right there, right? So now it's just play around with how your body negotiates getting off the ground in a variety of ways. I've found that it's like the best way to improve your mobility, just getting up off the ground, because your body will search to get the task done, which is just stand up, right? So there's no rules to it. Just go ahead and move around and try to find a new unique way to get up off the ground. It's great for the brain, but it's great for organizing how all the structures have to interact with the ground.
Okay. I will do that homework.
Good. And it's a good one too, because you're moving your body and your body's mass against gravity, it's going to get your heart rate up, right? Because you have to push a lot of fluids up and down. So you get a good heart rate response in a very safe way. And in a way that you can kind of scale how challenging it is, right?
Yeah, well, I'm used to my heart rate being accelerated because I work out with Carol 3 times a week. And she's
Awesome.
like, come on, Susan, do a little more. It's gravy.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Good stuff.
So anyway, but yeah, I have a lot of right side hip pain.
Okay.
I have my theories about it, but my goal is to get on and off a horse gracefully. And my husband loves to ride, so yeah.
Is it harder getting on or harder getting off?
Getting off.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to work on some hip extension then for you. So that drill that we finished with is a good one for that. Where you got that knee on the pillow and stretch
Mhm.
forward, that's a good one. Because once you get into hip extension, then you need to flex the hip to get it up, but you need to be able to extend the hip and internally rotate the hip to get it around the saddle and the horse's butt, right?
Yeah, because in all honesty, when I I was in such pain that I literally had to throw my leg over the saddle horn rather than lift up and, swing behind. So, I'm with Carol, and God. I'm getting some little guns here, so I'm gonna have the strength to push up and then to get off. Yeah, so yeah, I'm a work in progress.
Good job. Good job. That's the fun of it.
Yeah,
Process.
yes,
Yeah. Good for you.
thank you. So, anyway, Carol, thank you so very much. Do I use the same Zoom link every week or how does that work?
It will be the same Zoom link every week, but if you want to get the reminder email, you need to register for each individual session, and you can just do that on our scheduling link on the website. I shared that with Carol earlier, I think today. Cheryl, if you want to forward that to Susan, then she can pick which ones you're going to come to. It's nice to register because then it automatically sends you an email before the session, gives you a little reminder.
Uh-huh.
So that might be the easiest way to do it. But it is literally the same link. So if you're ever kind of like, where do I find the link? If you can find the old one, it'll be the same one.
Cool.
Okay.
Good to know.
Well, thank you very much, Dan.
Awesome. You're welcome. Thanks, John. Thank you to the 50 some odd of you and joined us on YouTube. We need to get you guys coming on the Zoom call too. So if you're on YouTube, come jump over to the Zoom call once in a while. Thanks, Carol, for inviting Susan, and it's good to see you guys, and hopefully we'll see you again next Monday.
Okay, bye
Awesome.
now.
See you
Thank
guys.
Bye.
Bye.